What is good, everybody? As always, I am joined today by my co-host Sav.
What's happening?
And welcome to the Coffee House. We have made it to episode 3. We want to thank everyone for getting involved and watching our episodes. It really does mean a lot to us. If you're watching this, I hope it's because you are enjoying the channel so far. So today's episode is one that came really naturally to us. It was almost like, how do you wait this long until episode 3 to do this one? Classic gaming. Me and Sam got to talking about games that are out now, and through that I remember the pure nostalgia of playing Pokemon games, which made me run out and find these beauties.
Well, hey!
Classics, love it. Which got us talking about our first games, which spawned this episode. Obviously I don't want to ruin the episode, but Sav, is there anything you want to add on?
I'm the same as you. Don't want to go too much into it, but I mean, we're going to be taking a journey through our sort of gaming life, I guess. So let's get straight into it. The first thing I'm going to ask you, Akman, is the first game that you really remember, sort of thing. First one you sort of remember playing, or the one that springs to mind, the most popular one in your brain, shall we say?
Yeah, the first one I remember playing. To be honest with you, it's very weird because I grew up in Cyprus. And in Cyprus, they used to have randomly consoles in the coffee house near us. And I went in there one day on my own, obviously, because who cared about what you did in Cyprus when you were a kid?
No, that's definitely how it works over there, man.
Oh, yeah, mate, I was on my own for like 85% of the time, man, just running through fields barefoot and stuff. It was great. But I walked into the coffee house, ironic, innit? Coffee shop. And then I walk in, there was a Sega Genesis plugged into the TV. Sega Genesis now. I'm talking Sega Genesis, the black box and all that. I walk in, I look on the screen, Doom. I was 6. I was 6 years old. Yeah, Doom. Not the Doom that you remember now, not Doom Eternal, not Doom 3 on the PC, none of that. I'm talking 16-bit Doom. Might even be 8-bit. Yeah? That is what I remember playing, because I thought graphically it was phenomenal. Because I don't know what technology they used, but it was similar to Mortal Kombat, where it kind of looked like a guy's actual arm. That's what I remember. Dude, man, I just remember playing it and thinking, this is unbelievable. I also remember thinking, if my parents catch me, they're going to beat the hell out of me because I'm 6 and this is like an 18. But, yeah.
Well, I've never played it. I've never played it. So, what?
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can be a year younger than me and not have played Doom, or even know about Doom back then. It's mad. It doesn't make sense. It's like if I turn around and said I don't know what Pokemon is.
Yeah.
Maybe not them levels. But
I can't even say it's because my parents didn't let me, because I was playing other games as well when I was young. Obviously we'll get into it. Like that I shouldn't have been playing. Yeah. But it was weird that why I never actually played it. I couldn't tell you. But anyway, what we've done for this episode, we've obviously prepared a clip from a few games that we've selected. Yeah. So this was one that Axe selected for me to see. When I told him I've never played that, he was like, right, this is.
I had to. When he said that he'd never played Doom, so he'd never seen it. He'd never seen the guy run. Never heard the sound effects. Never saw that ridiculous startup logo. Never saw the ridiculous final boss. I was like, how? How has this guy not?
He sent me a photo, screenshot.
I had to.
I was like, what is that?
Like, literally, I had to send him screenshots, and you know what? I don't know. We might have to put it in so you can see the screenshot that I had to send Sam, because it was hilarious to see his reaction. Which hopefully, because he hasn't seen the clip that we're about to show you either, so this is fresh. This is new to Savas. So what we want is for you guys to see the reactions from these games and the games themselves. Because I don't know, some of you lot might be way too young to even know what a Sega Genesis is, and I pity you, because that was, at some point, it was the epitome of gaming. 16-bit running around and we can't.
I'll count you down, yeah? I'll count you down. Count me down. We've both got the same clip up, by the way. I'm going to put it in at the bottom, but...
you guys will see everything that we see underneath, so don't worry. Don't worry. You're going to be in the loop as well.
If you are listening, you definitely want to head over to YouTube for this one. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Right. I'll go 3, 2, 1, and on play, we both hit play. Yeah. Ready?
I'm so excited.
3, 2, 1, play. Okay, look at this.
Just even the intro, just even that basic intro.
Look at this. Even the writing, man. Okay,
look at his armor.
Listen to the tunes. Listen to the tunes.
Oh, it's so good. Look at his face. I cannot believe I thought that this was graphically superior.
Are we moving around now? Is the game starting?
This is the intro to the game. There is basically, you see the guy's ridiculous like armor, and then you're in the game. That's it.
Oh wow!
Just listen to the sounds though.
Hey, what was that all about?
Just listen.
He's got a shotgun. You know what? I like this. You know, I feel like I could play this. I could definitely play this.
You can play this now. It's actually this. I'm actually gonna play it after this. Once this episode's done, I'm gonna play this. I think I've got this on my phone. Listen, you see everyone playing Doom Eternal. This is how it started.
Wow. It's crazy, the basic games, isn't it? You can tell that they've just come straight off of an arcade machine, all of them, and then they've just brought them to your home, isn't it? That's just...
That was the beauty of it, though, isn't it? You just remember playing these games on the arcade, putting in 25 cents, and just like that.
And play. Wow. Oh, there we go.
Right. So this is the final boss of Doom. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember this took hours. I don't know why it took that long. Maybe because I was 6, like I mentioned. But this was intense.
You're moving fast.
Yeah, you're sprinting, bro. He's not messing about now. This is.
I suppose you're at the end of the game, aren't you? So.
This is peak performance right now. He's had 7 or 8 shots of a skeleton, and he's all over it.
Oh my!
See, look, you can't go nowhere without getting hit.
Are you trying to fight the red dude, yeah, or the spider, or both?
Everything. You're basically trying to kill everything. Everything that you see at this point is just meant to be destroyed.
Hey, this is mad.
Listen to this noise. Imagine trying to be a kid playing this and thinking what is going on in the background. I love it so much. Oh, the nostalgia. Look at that thing, man.
Oh, who's that? What's going on over there, man? Okay.
BFG. This is the BFG.
Okay.
For obvious reasons, I can't tell you what it stands for, yeah? But it's not Big Friendly Giant. I'll tell you that for free right now.
This is the ray gun, isn't it? This is the ray gun of his time. Look at it. Oh my God.
See, when I was a kid, I didn't think of this tactic to go inside the building and stay hidden. See me, I'm running. You see, like in that corner there, yeah, behind him. That's where I'm running about. I'm trying to stay up on the barrier. Just running in circles, shooting. I was getting violated.
Yeah, you know what? When you play these games now, it's so much easier, isn't it, than how when it was when you was a child, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But the thing is, you clock things as well. Like if you look at his face, he's got his like bleeding from his nose, isn't it? Like, that's how you knew when he was getting wounded.
He's got what in his nose? Sorry, the volume's so loud.
Look in the middle. You see his face in the middle, next to armor.
Yeah. Oh, your guy.
Yeah.
Oh, because of your health. Oh,
yeah.
Right. So he just scraped that, really? 11% health.
Yeah. The loathsome spider demon that masterminded the invasion of the moon base. Listen to that plot line. Come on, man. That's gold. That's golden.
Powerful.
Like, this is basically just, to be fair, this is more or less like an explanation.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah, but I remember back in the day, this is what you played the games for. To see this. There was no video. This was the end of the story, basically.
Just wait. Something's coming up. That's going to make you crease.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm tripping on it. What's this music?
I don't understand how this was normal. I was 6 when I saw this, man.
Is this at 18?
Yeah. And this is back then when 18s were 18s for a reason. Not because, like, 18s now. I don't think there is a game that is an 18 now. They're all 15.
Yeah.
Even GTA's a 15.
Yeah, 15. It's crazy. That's what you play for, man. That's what you play for.
Like if you think about it, man, you just used to play these and just get so
It takes me back.
overhyped.
It takes me back to Street Fighter, man, where I used to want to clock every game to see the different. There's literally a little story at the end of all of them, just to see the different endings.
You see their backstory, so you sit there playing and playing and playing.
Just
to
figure out there was no YouTube obviously in it, so you couldn't just go and look at the ending. You wanted to see it, you had to play it, man.
This is pre YouTube, man. Alright, quick Paul. Who was your favorite character on Street Fighter?
I was a Ken guy, man, but it was one of Ryu or Ken, but I was always Ken.
Come on, man. No Blanca, no.
Sometimes, but for me, it was all about the Hadoukens, isn't it, man? That's just gonna be honest with you.
It was a bit too close to the old Kamehameha, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that was pre-Kamehameha for me, so I think that's maybe why I love Dragon Ball so much. You don't know.
But true. Mate, as a discussion for another episode. Don't remind me, Greek Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that was a bit mad. You showed me that the other day. That was a bit crazy. That was crazy.
It's not for today. We're going to do one. So we're going to do one based on it. But when I say to you, one of the funny things you'll ever witness, especially if you're Greek, be prepared in it.
And even if you're not, it's still hilarious. It does not matter. It's the tone of voice.
It's so wrong. And they violate Krillin and Piccolo. We digress. So that was mine. So Doom was my earliest gaming memory, for obvious reasons. Sav, we got to know yours now, man.
Well, he was a Sega Genesis man. For me, I used to live next door to my cousins. So we used to literally live next door. There was a gate in the garden.
Yep.
My brother was a similar age to one of my cousins, and I was a similar age to my other one of my cousins.
Yeah.
So they both had Super Nintendos. It was a tough choice for me, to be honest, because it was hard. But like, there was 3 games they would constantly play. It was like Mario Kart, Street Fighter, and the one I've picked, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time.
Excellent stuff.
But with Street Fighter and Mario Kart, they were always playing it. But when the Turtles come out, you knew it was on. The other, you knew it was on. So, yeah, I'll pick this, man. This was the game. This was the game for me, I think, man. Even when I play it now, I love it. The little arcade machine I was building that you saw in episode 1. Yeah, I've got that on there, man. That's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about.
Unbelievable stuff, I'm telling you. The thing is, I had the smallest flashback of playing this game. But that's it. Like, I remember playing it a few times, not as much as Sav, but I remember playing it. So I'm not in Savas's boat about not playing this game. Yeah,
we're going to be getting
Savas. We're going to have words. Yeah, we're having words later as well. Trust me. But I'm excited because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is up there, my all-time favorite of anything, film, cartoon.
What were you saying actually? Yeah, when we were discussing about the film that won the polls. Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Again, thank you all for getting involved in those polls. We appreciate each and every one of you. Much love. But yes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Shall I count down? Do you want to count?
I'll tell you what. You counted me in for my one. I'll count you in for your one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're in.
We're in. It's involved. Wow. That classic Konami sound.
It's weird, you know, but I can't say that. Both my games I've picked are both Konami, which is quite weird.
Konami fan, innit? Konami fan. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The theme tune, man.
Total power.
Oh, mate.
Sorry, listen, you're going to get a lot of this hype.
This is the one.
Wow.
The one. We're in.
Cowabunga.
We were having this argument, yeah. You would have picked Michelangelo, and I was always going for Donatello. The clip that I found, they didn't play with either. I was a bit upset.
You violated.
It went for Leonardo, man.
Michelangelo all day. Michelangelo all day. Hey, yo, Mikey.
Ooh.
You bloated beanbag.
I never watched that.
Insulting.
Oh, even that right there, Big Apple fruit. That was oof.
Fire.
Oh, shit. No! My language. Jesus. I'm just excited.
It took 3 episodes for someone to swear in one of our things, so I think we're doing all right. Oh god, this is. Oh my god, this is what I remember doing. The.
That's the best, man. This I just
Oh my god. Wow.
oh my man.
If
I
this
think-
is not.
I think I've actually clipped this whole first level when I'm thinking back to it now. I think I did, man.
Mate, I'm cool with that. Like, look, there's a pizza thing on the floor. Get the pizza. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. It's a bonus health thing.
He's got full health. He doesn't even need it. It's flying. Oh, there we go. He's gonna need it now.
Because each.
Pizza time. Boy,
This is amazing.
it's crazy as well how quick you fly through the levels on the
I know,
old
but-
games, man.
But looking at it, you playing this when you were a youth. There was no chance you were getting through it this quickly.
No.
As a kid, there's no way you're getting through it this quickly.
You see, you picked the final boss fight. I don't think I ever picked the final boss. I don't ever think I got to the final boss, man.
No, man. Oh wow. There are so many things that I wanted to say then. I couldn't get the words out because I had like 3 different topics in my brain. So I just started my way through and ended there. Get the pizza. You're losing health.
You're gonna lose a life in a minute if you ain't careful. Oh wow! You see these little silver guys? They used to give me trouble, man.
There you go. Pizza time.
A little boss fight.
Ooh.
Terminator Turtles.
Ooh, boss music. Boss music.
Oh man. Oh boy. I want to go play, man. I might just stop recording now.
You know what? Shall we just go and see who can complete the game first? Back in a bit, guys.
I think what's good about this, I think this game, it might have been only available in the US, I'm not sure, but the version my cousin had was a US only version. So he had to have an adapter and he put the English game in the back, man.
Can I just say, yeah, this is how you know Michelangelo's the one, yeah? Because look at that top right corner. Yeah?
Nah,
whose name's up there?
No, because whoever you are, that changes. That changes on whoever you are.
The clip that you chose, yeah, it's got Michelangelo in the top corner. It's alright, man. Admit defeat. It's cool. Good gap, all 3. Yeah.
I'll pick this next clip. Yeah, I'll skip to I think level 3 because when this level used to come up, this was the one. This was the one.
Nah. Come on.
This was the one, man.
That's amazing.
I don't think I did the whole level on this, but I just remember when we played this one, this was sick. It was so different compared to the rest of the game. This thing, man.
This is mad.
This is 91, I think, or 92. I just feel like this is mad. I feel like this is not bad.
This ain't bad for a 90s. This ain't bad for early 90s, man.
Early 90s is not bad.
When you consider the other stuff that was out in 91, this ain't bad at all.
I don't even. Do you know what? I'm not sure if the arcade was out before then. Oh, pizza time. Oh, pizza time.
I was literally about to ask, how do you lose a life in this? Because it seems like he's kind of flying through this.
He definitely knows where everything is though, because he's
he's moving a bit smoothly on this one, man.
Oh no, he's done this.
Oh no, see, you jinxed him. Is that Prillet? Is that Hillian? Hey, Ripley Scott's about to sue someone, you know.
I think that's where he got his idea from. I'm being honest.
How did they get away with that with that character design?
I don't know what was first, to be honest.
Pizza Monster mission.
Pizza Monster.
Oh, come on, man.
Bro.
That is unbelievable.
I wonder why. Oh, boss fight. I did do the whole thing. Another boss fight.
That's why it's ain't Predator.
Oh, man. But you know, it's like you said with Doom though, yeah? This guy's flying through it. It was not this easy. I don't remember getting much further than this level when I was younger. I was really young as well. I don't think I was 6. I think I was really young when I was playing this.
This, I can tell. Like even me doing this now, I reckon it would take me a few goes to get this.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a. I think there's a level after this. You get flashback in time, and then. Oh, he died. Lost a life. But I killed him.
Wait. Oh, the tunes. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Wow. Right, after that little nostalgia trip, do you want to, I'm going to close this video down temporarily so I don't get distracted. I'll get back into it.
Yeah, wow. No, it's weird when it clips you with that nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
I don't know, like, you look at it and you think to yourself, all of this gameplay was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Because, right, give Pokemon, for example, because I've got them in front of me here. Do you remember playing Pokemon Red or Blue on the big block Game Boy? Because it wasn't even colour, it was black and white.
Yeah, and if you had it on a colour, it was red. It was red if it was red, and it was blue if it was blue. It weren't no colours. Yeah,
like even when I clocked that bit of information, when I plugged in Pokemon Red into my Game Boy Color, which was purple by the way. I'm upset I never got the Pikachu one. I actually wanted that.
Oh,
Pikachu.
You could have got like they had that Nintendo 64 like that as well, didn't they?
Yeah. Like I'm telling you, like if I had my way as a child, I would have the Pokemon themed like console area. I'd have everything like Pokemon based. It's a joke.
I don't think much blew up like Pokemon, from them.
Because Pokemon is, if I remember correctly, is the most successful brand, like media brand or whatever, in the world.
Is that what they said? I don't know, but I think I would agree with it just because of the hype that came out when Pokemon Go come about. That was like you could see how it.
That was the best summer ever, by the way. That was the best summer.
If you weren't catching Pokemon, even if it was only for 2 weeks, I don't know what you was doing.
I remember me and Chris. Yeah, where did we go? We went to a park somewhere, and it was late. I'm talking like it was 10, 11 o'clock at night. And bear in mind, I was 26 at this point. Yeah. Hold my hands up, no shame. Okay, I know 40-year-old man that play Pokemon Go still to this day.
To this day.
And I remember we just went and caught some rank. We were just late, but anyway, we digress. The way Pokemon looked back then was unbelievable because you're like, you knew that it was blocky and kind of 2-ish 3D, but you've never seen anything like it before.
That changed the game, man. The battles, the play, everything about it, the way you was fighting people and. It was different, free roam. You had to go look for little hidden Easter eggs and stuff like that. But that paved the way, I think, man.
I think that was the biggest thing. I think that the free roam element of Pokemon back in the day was before its time. Because think about it, how many free roaming games were there really?
No, that's what. Do you know what? Without realizing, that was one of the first games that I probably owned, shall we say? And I actually got into and I took it everywhere. Everywhere, any family event I went to, wherever, I always had my Game Boy with me. Yeah, man. Without realizing, that actually was a pretty.
Yeah, it was
one of the first to do it, I think, man.
Yeah, but honestly, I cannot think of a free roaming game before Pokemon was out.
I'm trying to think. Maybe there was, and we just don't remember. If there is, then let us know. But
if there is, comments below, let us know because my mind's running back. I'm trying to think if GTA was, but was GTA before or was after?
No, I don't.
But GTA wasn't technically free roam because you were running around, but you had to do your missions.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was now. Back then,
it's nothing like it was now. I mean, even GTA. When you look at GTA 1,
we're gonna get onto that. We'll get onto that a bit later on.
We're getting there.
Back to the old school games, man. You're talking about the Game Boys, even like back to your Sega. Do you remember anything else you played on that Sega Genesis, man?
Lion King.
That
Lion King game. Listen, that Lion King game, I wasted hours, and this guy must have thought I had no home to go to.
You did not waste. You invested. But
this guy at I bear in mind, I did not buy a coffee, I did not buy a drink, I did not buy a chewing gum from this guy. Yeah, I just used to roll into a shop after school and just play Lion King.
Play his games.
We know, Nicola, if you're watching this, if you remember me, I was about this tall, no beard, skinny, very brown with curls.
I really hope he sees it, man.
If you see this, Nicola Moore, put a comment down below, man, because it was unbelievable. The guy just let me walk into a shop and play Sega. The guy, never bought a thing from him. Just then you go, crack on. No, Sodrimo Isagala, which means Sodrio, you okay? I'd sit there, have like a 30-second conversation with him, and just like, I'm going to play my game now.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
That was it. I was there for hours. Like, no one knew where I was, but I was at this coffee shop.
Lion King, boy.
Lion King. I'm telling you. And the thing is, I feel like Lion King, graphic-wise, was a little bit ahead of its time because it didn't look very good for a Sega game. It was crisp.
Was it crisp? Good.
It was crisp.
To be fair, I feel the same way about that Turtles video we just watched as well. I feel like, like when you compare that to Doom, yeah. I mean, I feel like they were the first. Maybe it was a 16-bit then. I don't know about 8-bit. I'm not sure.
Because Doom, I'm pretty sure Doom.
Must have
if
been.
I remember, was an 8-bit.
Yeah. And then that looked maybe more 16.
There weren't a lot of 8-bit games.
I think they would come from early doors, the 8-bit ones. Yeah. Early doors, Commodore 64 before our time.
I'd say Commodore 64. Wow.
Before our time. I mean, there's one in my loft, but it ain't mine, and I've never played it. Don't even know if it works.
That's an antique, man.
Yeah,
That's legally classified as an antique.
I mean, Sega Master System. There was a game called Secret Command that I used to play. Yeah, it was like a Rambo. It was called Secret Command, but it was like a Rambo thing. I think that might have been 8-bit. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but that was Master System was late 80s, so that was before I think the Genesis and the SNES.
Yeah.
But I mean, what else? Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo.
Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 was unbelievable.
And any Mario Kart, you say 64. If you played the first one,
I don't remember the first one. I'll be honest with you. I remember Mario Kart 64.
When you see the video, when you watch it back, you see the thing I put in there. I would have clipped it. Go on.
So we've spoken about Nintendo 64.
Right.
There's one thing we haven't mentioned, which I'm appalled at both of us. GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Come on, man. GoldenEye was Call of Duty. It was the 64 Call of Duty. It was unbelievable. That multiplayer where you're going through the map and you've got to try and find the golden gun. And the thing is, you be playing with someone, and you try and guess where they were.
You could scream, scream watch.
And you be pretending to try and find, like, oh, where are you? Where are you? Yeah, he's there, so he must be around the corner. Yeah, I know where he is. You steam in full pelt and just start shooting. Mate, GoldenEye. I remember my cousin had it for years. I used to go to Cyprus after I moved back to England. I lived in Cyprus when I was 5 till I was about 9, 10. But whenever I'd go to Cyprus every summer for holiday, as every Cypriot person did when they were a kid.
Oh yeah.
I'd go to my cousin's house in the village. Yeah, Nintendo 64. I'm like, what's going on, cuz? You alright? Straight upstairs, GoldenEye, Mario Kart. That was it. I'd go to the village just to play those games, man. Hour and a half drive just to play like GoldenEye for like 3 hours.
Man, them consoles, the N64 and the PlayStation. When them two came out, they upped the levels because you had, like you say, when I talk about the old Mario Kart, and they talk about 64. The jump was
insane.
Was crazy. That the whole, because I feel like these first consoles that come out, the SNES, even the Game Boy was a bit different. I'd say the color, but the Master System, the Genesis, all them Mega Drive, they all come direct from arcade. I feel like they've gone from arcade. Now you can have arcade in your house. Yeah, and then
is what they're doing.
But then the PlayStation. Don't get me wrong, they come out in the arcade as well, but it was like a new generation of gaming, man. Oh boy, some of the games, the PlayStation, the N64.
Listen. PlayStation is a whole different monster when you think about it, man. When you think of that jump from N64 to PlayStation, I don't know about you, man, but for me, one game sticks out. One game. Sticks out massively for me. For PlayStation. If we're ready for PlayStation, I'm ready for PlayStation.
Are you okay? We're talking about the game that I've never played and you're fuming about.
Worse than Doom, by the way.
Doom was somewhat acceptable. When I said Doom, his reaction weren't so bad. But when I said I haven't played this game that he's talking about,
fuming. I was enraged.
He was upset.
I was enraged. I was like. The funny thing is, I think I was so enraged that when I put the clip together, I put the clip backwards. So I put the boss fight and the intro on the wrong way around. That is how enraged I was. Because I just thought, let me just have a little... Yeah, that's actually what's happened. I put it in the wrong order. That's how annoyed I was at the fact that he had not played this game. Yeah? Before we go into it, before we go on to this game and I start abusing him for not playing this game, are there any other old school games that stand out to you?
What, on the PlayStation are we talking
No.
about?
Pre-PlayStation. Before we get to PlayStation, I'm just thinking now. Because I feel like there's a couple that we're missing.
Well, there's a couple we're missing. I know the one you're thinking, so I'll let you say that one. But for me, I didn't talk about, I touched on it, but I mentioned them 3 games at the beginning: Mario Kart, Turtles, and Street Fighter, man. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yeah. That game, yeah. You know what? I only clipped Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because it's more like a level game, whereas Street Fighter's the same thing, Mario Kart's the same thing. But though Street Fighter, that game, I think, if I had to pick a number one, not a clip, but a number one game, Street Fighter was
up there.
So basic. There was no super moves, man.
Standard beat 'em up.
Oh, it was the best. I can't.
Continue because you had Street Fighter, and then you had Tekken.
Tekken was later though, obviously.
Tekken was on arcade and on PlayStation. I remember that.
You had Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES, but for me, some people might have played that, but for me, it was always Street Fighter, man. But I know the game you're thinking of. I mean, we haven't even mentioned. To be fair, I don't know if you're thinking of it. We ain't even mentioned Sonic. I don't know if that even come in your head.
No, that's not what I was thinking about.
I know what you're thinking about.
I was thinking about something graphically more confusing. And you know what it is.
Oh, I'm not going to guess just in case I'm wrong. Mortal Kombat. Ah, he was thinking Mortal Kombat. Did you have that on the Genesis? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you was thinking Pokemon, the card game, man. The card game.
Ah, that's a good point.
Because we spoke about it when we discussed the episode how every kid I knew had these Pokemon cards, but no one knew what to do with them. And then that card game kind of was like, this is what you do with them.
Yeah. The worst thing is, that's not the game I was thinking of, and I've got it right here.
You had, there it is. Right there, look. Right there.
Fully completed.
Spoke about it. Underrated. Both loved it. Both
easily the most underrated of all the Pokemon games.
Yeah, because you're not expecting it.
I did not expect to be that engrossed in a game.
I mean, I don't know about like you, but when I'm watching Pokemon, the advert comes up to go and buy a Pokemon, whatever game it was, it was like, I wanted it. So that was on my Christmas list, my birthday list, like I want that game. So that's how I ended up getting that card game. When I first put it in, I was confused. Obviously, where's the Pokemon? But
yeah, because you're running around, and I remember the music so clearly in my head, that really annoying music. And what was his name? There was this guy who you had to find him. Right, he'd be in one of the gyms randomly, and he was wearing all black. Mr. I always say Mr. Miyagi. There, it's not Mr. Miyagi, guys. I know.
You're getting confused, bro. It's not Mr. Fuji. No, that's
Mr. Fuji. No, it's not Mr. Fuji.
Mr. Fuji's from the games, I think, from the actual games, from Red, Yellow, and all that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of his name now, and I'm not being funny. I am going to Google it because it's going to bug me. I know I'm not being ultimately professional here, but this is quite.
You know what? We did it, bro. So many games we've missed. Just original. While you're googling that, the original Super Mario, man. The original Super Mario. We didn't talk about that. That was like, I think we take that for granted as well. The original Super Mario, man. That paved the way for a lot of games as well.
You know what? The thing is, I remember being incredibly frustrated with Super Mario.
Yeah, you get to a certain stage where I feel like if you played it now, you'd probably smash it. Like you'd fly through it. But as a kid,
100%.
Yeah, that was a pretty hard one, man. Super Mario. I don't think it was easy to fly through, man. Saying that, I'll probably go and find a clip of someone doing it in 10 minutes. But
yeah, because there's a speed run, isn't it? There's a speed run.
Yeah, to see who can do it the fastest.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I think his name, it's Mr. something. What I'm going to do is after this is over, I'm going to just get a clip and you can just see it and you're going to see his face because his face is just like proper weird, isn't it?
It's going to make you feel better, isn't it? It's going to make you feel better.
Because honestly, this is one of those things where
it's going to bug you.
It's going to bug me. And you're going to see me periodically doing this because I'm going to be just like... Anyway, no. Pokemon trading card game was immense, especially when you got near the end and you're trying to get the 3 legendary birds because the reward was Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Yeah. And I remember that's when I clocked why they're called Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Enlighten me.
Right.
Should I know this?
I hope you know this because right.
So we just say enlighten the listeners and the viewers, but really like you need to enlighten
really I'm helping you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So you've got Articuno, 1, the first legendary bird. Lightning, Ghost,
no.
2nd legendary bird. Mole, Trace, Molten, Triz, Flaming, Third Bird.
See, I got Zap, Molten, and Artie, but you see the Uno and the Dose and the Trez? Oh, that's mind blown.
See? Come on.
That's mind
Nah, I can't believe you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. The beginning bit I knew, but the end bit was a bit...
Spanish wasn't really a thing for you, no?
I went Cyprus every year, mate.
So did I.
Okay, sorry.
¿Cómo está, muchacho? Anyone who's Spanish watching this, man, ignore me. I don't know what I'm on about.
But look, we didn't discuss doing this, but I feel like I'm going to ask you anyway, before we move on to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Of that old school genre, yeah. I know you're going to find it hard to pick one. If you can only pick one, do you know what you'll pick?
One game.
One game. I ain't going to judge you, because honestly, I don't even think I could pick 5 like that. I want to, like, without feeling guilty that I've left the others out.
All right, I'm trying to think now. If you're saying one game
for you personally, like,
yeah,
you can't play any other one again.
I can't play anything else again up until the new console, up until this generation, or I can't play anything else ever again.
No, we're leaving out of Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy Color, Master System. So yeah, the best out of them, shall we say?
That's me. That's rude. That's cruel. That's
yeah. I'm asking you, I'm thinking about it.
And all right, just because of the sheer enjoyment I got and how long I played it for, because you got to remember you're talking longevity here as well.
Yeah.
Because some of these games, 5 hours and you're finished with it.
Yes.
Never
pick it up again.
I think there's the game that I'm going to play. You can complete it after 6 hours.
There you go.
And this is nowhere near.
Yes.
I'm going for Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, I'll probably go for Pokemon as well. Anyone? Red, yellow, blue.
Yeah. You're allowed to have Pikachu running around behind you.
Do you know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I sacked him off early doors.
Nah, I couldn't. Man. I couldn't. I was such a fan of Pikachu in the series, and because I believed the hype, I was like, yeah, he is powerful. He can get me through anything, and he was the first one to faint.
Nice.
He was the first one to faint on my team every time.
That's what I mean. He got sacked off early doors.
Because obviously, like, look, whoever doesn't agree here at this point, you may be lying. But as soon as you got Charmander in Pokemon Yellow, first in the team, Charizard was always 20 levels above everything else.
Yeah. Why was he favorite? That's definitely to do with the series.
Because he was a dragon.
And he was the first one to his final form, if I remember correctly, out of all the ones Ash had, innit? So
he's the only one out of the first ones that Ash had that went to a final form. Starters. Because he had part 3 primary.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because Bulbasaur and Squirtle stayed as Bulbasaur and Squirtle, wasn't it?
I don't even remember. I stopped watching way like early doors, man.
You've kind of left me on my own in this one, man.
Look, we had this conversation about Pokemon in general. Like, bro, for me, after Crystal, nothing else really existed. Whereas for you, sort of went a bit further on.
Listen, the only one that I haven't played is Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, Sword and Shield. And the only reason why I haven't played those is because I don't have a Switch. Otherwise, if I get a Switch, I'm not being funny, my nephew's left his Switch here. I might have to.
Let me borrow that after as well.
Yeah. You're grounded, man. No Switch for 2 weeks.
With that, so we move into PlayStation. You wanna load your clip up.
Let me also clarify that when I said that I put it the wrong way around due to frustration, I'm not joking.
Oh, so you have not fixed it? Well, no. Well, obviously you've obviously loaded the clip up and thought, oh, okay.
I loaded the clip up and seen the complete wrong part of it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
all right, let's go from zero.
It's all right, guys. What you're going to get is you're going to get the chaos that I had to endure for the end, and then the beauty and grace that is opening. And anyone who has played this game, which is everyone apart from Savas apparently, bro, I'm telling you, you might be the only person that I know that hasn't played.
Do you know what? When everyone sees
in my age range, in my age range,
when everyone sees the graphics, you can't expect me now to go back and play it, because like I know at the time you must have thought wow, but I look at it now and think no.
Listen, I look at it now and think no, but I look at it now and think when I was back then I was like yes.
Well, as we spoke about before, the jump was
mad.
Yeah, mad.
Right. We're not going to waste it because his reaction to this is going to be comical because it is so bad.
Right, we get
right.
Same again, yeah. I'll count you in.
Count me in, bro.
3, 2, 1, and on the go, yeah.
Let's go. Let's do this.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Inventory straight up, early doors.
Straight up. Get everything. Uzis, twin Uzis.
It's mad though, straight away, first thing that sticks out to me is, oh my god, we've got new controls.
Auto aim. Yeah, there was no analog stick to figure out what you want to shoot.
Yeah.
You just shot and prayed. You just hope the AI would find where your opponent
where
is.
You're shooting.
That's it. Final boss, you know.
Yeah, but already I can see that. Look, you're third person. You're not first person.
Yeah.
Like
it's everywhere.
It's free. It's like you can. Yeah. Bro, yeah. Do you know what? Nah. And this is sick. This is good.
I remember playing this, and like, I didn't want to play anything else, like, because I remember one of the things that I do remember vividly about this game, yeah, is the first time I played it, I didn't save any of my Uzi ammo. I was just wrecking through Uzi ammo. Then I got to this bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you save, obviously, a checkpoints and stuff?
Yeah. But because regardless of the checkpoints, I had no hope in it. I had no hope. Yeah. So what I had to do is restart the game. I had to start again.
Because you didn't have there was no way you were
because I had no ammo to beat this because you ain't doing it with a pistol.
You know what I've just realised? We didn't speak about it. On them old school generations, I don't know what Sega was like. On Super Nintendo, bro, you couldn't save a game, you know?
Oh, nothing. No.
So, like, you got to the final boss in Doom, where you got to play the whole way through to do that.
Yeah, pretty much. There's like you would save it at points, so you get like, if I'm like, you wouldn't have to play the whole thing, the whole way through, or I don't remember, you know.
I think you might have had to, you know. Okay, final boss is dead, I'm assuming.
No, but is she? It's a bit mean to walk over like that, Lara. I'm just saying, yeah. You show a bit of respect in it. There was like teabagging and stuff.
What's going on? Some serious pulsating business going on here.
No, trust me.
Okay. Oh, step on the face quickly. Okay. just make sure.
But look how you had to align yourself to jump. Like,
yeah, man. I remember when we spoke about it. We were playing a few games. There's a lot of games like that.
Yeah.
I'll talk about them after, but there's a lot of the PlayStation 1 games were like that. No analog.
No analog.
They did bring them out. We had this argument. They did bring them out, but not at the beginning. You know what? At the beginning, they didn't have them.
I didn't realize they had analog for PS1.
Yeah, but they had a Sony PlayStation, and they actually made like I think a PS1. Like, yeah, it was weird.
Mad. Look, you see that maneuver you had to do just to get down from a ledge, backflip, move back, move, drop down. Mad.
So this is like the end of the boss fight. You got to do this mad journey, and if you fall down, you got to do it all again.
Yeah, if you fall down, you're finished because this is mad. Because the boss fight, this is why this game got me in it. Because I remember thinking, yeah, she's dead, I'm done. And I was sitting there. I remember sitting there waiting for the credits. It's like, where's the credits at? I've shot her, like she's dying. I'm like standing on her, like the way she was standing on her. I was sitting there like, she's what's going on? Is she gonna like resurrect? Is this Scorpion King kind of fix? What's going on here? I don't understand why it's not finished. And then it just started going. And I was like, all right, then we're going to investigate.
It's actually crazy.
Madness. Just look, man. Pyramid boobies. I remember being a kid and thinking, boobies, hee.
Pyramid boobies, man.
Yeah. Well, come on, man. If I'm telling you now, there's every dude that played this game, yeah.
We're kids as well, to be fair, at the time, innit?
Kids. Yeah. You're kids. You've never even seen anything remotely close to this. And you're just sitting there, look, and they're wham as well. It's messed up.
How are you getting up there? Oh, a little jump back. Okay.
Jump back, leap of faith, innit?
Nah, she can jump pretty high, though.
She got good vertical, man. She'd be a serious baller, NBA.
Oh, wow.
This was mad. Come on, man. Imagine you're playing this game for the first time and you're like, oh, what's going on? Everything's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, to be honest, after that boss fight, it would have stunned me, to be honest. I like that they've added that on the end. They made you think a bit.
Yeah, look, they probably hid like the way the temple's hidden as well in the mountain.
Wow,
See Laurie, yeah.
Seems like
Run, Galley, run. A long swim to the yacht as well.
I can't believe you done this backwards.
You know what?
You've been cussing me for not playing it, man. So I got to give it.
I'm blaming you for it going backwards, isn't it? Man turned around and said to me, "I've never played Tomb Raider before." Come on, man.
Still to this day, haven't played any Tomb Raider games. Just put that. Obviously, that's what happens though. If you're only gonna play the like, if you get involved in the franchise.
Believe, man. Not even the Chronicles. Not even the one that came out on PS4. Mad. Rise of the Tomb Raider, whatever it was called.
Nothing.
Sick.
Nothing.
Oh, mad.
So what are we saying? The intro's coming.
Basically, now you're going to see the intro, which is a bit.
Are you sure, or did you forget to put the intro in?
You know what? You're going to find out in it. You'll find out. Here we go. Just look at the graphics.
This is as soon as you turn it on now.
This is as soon as you turn it on. You turn it on, boom. This is what you see. Big old plate getting spewed out.
This looks pretty good.
All shiny.
I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, this is sick.
Trust me. This got you like that.
Oh, speed it up, yeah.
Speed it up.
Is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, we're watching a speeded up version. You guys will get the proper version if all goes well. To be fair, this actually makes it funnier.
I like it.
I rate it, to be honest.
I think the graphics ain't bad.
This is what I'm saying to you. Like, graphically, it's
not
bad at all.
For that game. Yeah, man.
That's just a bit weird that it's sped up and they sounded like chipmunks. But you know what?
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest with you. Listen, we tried to capture it ourselves and we went through a madness trying to do it. So last minute, we thought we have to get some clips. So
just stand it together. Sam actually gave himself a virus on his computer.
Don't want to talk about it.
My resolution went from 1080 to 420.
Do you know, when I'm opening my windows now, they're still opening really small.
Yeah. Both my screens have got such different resolutions that it gives me eye strain. It's horrendous. Oh God! But seriously, like, you don't understand playing that game.
Even though I haven't played it, I feel like I could play that.
I reckon you enjoy playing that.
Yeah, I reckon I could. It might be Sam. I'll be willing to do it. I'll give it a go. I'll tell you, I'll give it a go.
That's all I ask. Play the
I'll
game,
give it a go.
I'm not being funny, but you can bang out 1, 2, and 3 and probably in a day, maybe 2 days.
Let's just start with that one, yeah. All right, and then we'll go from there.
Just trying to get you out to be a hardcore gamer, innit? Up the levels, go from semi-pro to pro, innit?
Legendary status. Oh man. Well,
yeah. What about you though? What game have you bought for me? I'm intrigued.
For you, it was weird when we done this one, innit? Because with the first one, we both kind of knew. We were a toss up between a couple with the first old school ones, and then with the new ones, you knew from the off, yeah. And I was like, I really don't know. Do you remember? I was like, I couldn't make my mind up. And in the end, I've gone for a game that I just feel like we spoke about Pokemon being way ahead of his time. I feel like when this game come out, when I was playing it, I don't even think I completed it. I'll be honest, because when I was watching the final boss fight, I was thinking I haven't done this. So yeah, this is something I want to go back and play. This is definitely something I want to go back and play. But
have you not tried to go back and play it?
Well, I need a disc, innit? My PlayStation is somewhere hidden where my Pokemon cartridges are. I need to find it. I want to play it. I do want to play it. But obviously we tried to play it on the computer, and it just let's not talk about that again. But yeah, I picked Metal Gear Solid, man.
Excellent choice.
I think this is. Oh.
He's also short named MSG.
It's a mistake. I'm typing. I'm gonna I'll put the intro last.
Allow me, innit?
Oh, just trying to count me in. Are you ready?
I will count you in. Ready?
Go on.
3, 2, 1, go. See?
Hey, two Konamis.
Konami fan. You can tell that I'm watching that because my face has gone white.
The theme, yeah. Ooh. You know what? The music in this game, I swear, is what got me. The music.
Yeah.
When the final boss fight, when it comes up, yeah.
Yeah. Hype.
Even, you know what? The intro, the story, the twists and turns, and all the crazy. You ain't gonna find it in this clip that I've made, but the story of it is mad. Mad.
See, oh my god.
I thought it was a shark at first. I'll be honest.
Trust me. That's what I was like. Is this Metal Gear Solid or is this Deep Blue Sea? Wow.
It's actually crazy.
No.
You know what? Like, this is what it is. PlayStation is the first one to show them proper videos. Like that clip at the end of Doom in comparison to the clip at Tomb Raider's intro, this intro, they've got proper intros, man.
Yeah. They went in properly.
There he is, bro, the man.
See,
the man.
I can't think about it without hearing Snake.
Oh, it's in it. Oh boy.
So good, man. So good. Like the classics. Unbelievable stuff, man.
This is when games started to get hard. I think like PlayStation, they put a lot of thought into it, didn't they?
Yeah. This is when there was levels, like actual levels.
Oh, bro. See that in the brackets? Swimmer delivery vehicle.
Just for anyone who doesn't know military code, in it.
Yeah, I don't know if the text come as part of the game or it's just part of the clip that I got. I can't remember.
Did they just launch him out of a torpedo? Well, I saw that's illegal. That's mad. That is mad. He's popping a torpedo, you know.
He actually is. Do you know what? I just downloaded the intro. I didn't even watched it.
Well, he doesn't even need a mask or goggles on. He's wasting oxygen at this point.
That's the guy. Psycho Mantis. What was I calling him? I was calling him Phantom.
Phantom.
Bro, that guy, Mantis. Psycho Mantis, yeah. As a kid, I don't remember much further than that. And I know I played more than that.
Yeah, but he must have stood out massively for you to be like that, though. Liquid Snake. Fire.
The codec was sick.
Codec.
But the story you got on these games was so crazy, man.
It's because, you know what, they put so much effort into it because they were the first ones to have this kind of cinematic.
Wow. And you look at it, that looks doo-doo. But
that looks proper doo-doo.
But that was different.
Yeah, that was different crazy back in the day, man. You're playing on that big box TV coming out the triple scarlet. Mad.
I think we go straight into the boss fight here.
Good stuff.
I think this theme tune here.
Look at the graphics.
This is the theme tune, man. You know what I did? I clipped something in as well at the end, man. I gotta hear that. I can't wait to hear that. See, this might be off a PC version. I feel like this looks a bit crisp. I don't know.
Does it? Crisp?
I'm not sure.
Are you okay? What kind of HD PC did you have as a kid?
Might be digitally enhanced.
Hopefully, because I may it.
Oh wow!
Wow! These men are straight up fighting on a leaning bit of metal as well.
Man.
I love it.
When I saw this, I was like, "Oof! I definitely ain't played this."
Oh, he's got the tactic: punch, run, punch, run. Yeah, he's got the tactic.
Oh, it's glitching.
That's the thing, though. These games are so easy when they had a set like character fighting ways.
Yeah, set movement. Yeah. This bit.
Game.
Yes, that bit there was the one. I know it happened when you die, but that was the one.
That is amazing. That is actually amazing. Oh my god.
So even the little things, yeah, as you go through the game, that the person that says that changes every time.
Yeah, so
they just put so much effort into that game, man. Pioneer, man.
But you know what the mad thing is? We clocked it the other day when we were trying to play this on our PCs. The game file was like 120 meg.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Tiny, yeah.
When you think about you trying to do an update on Warzone now, you're looking at 20 gig.
Wow.
That's nuts. That's absolutely the way that it's the levels have just gone
up. Even when I spoke to you about the computers, I remember I was talking to you about a brother's computer and it had like 414 megabyte hard drive.
That's it. 414 meg hard drive. Can you imagine?
What is that?
24 kilobyte ROM.
Something silly, yeah. Silly. How did that even run anything?
I don't understand. It's nuts. I will never wrap my head around the difference in scale. Like, obviously, I know someone's going to turn around and say, yes, because the processors didn't require as much CPU power. I get that. But
it's mad thinking about it.
To go from kilobytes to gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, now terabytes as well, even in space. Now we've got terabytes
of RAM.
Oh, rare. Well,
like, what on earth are you running to need a terabyte of RAM?
Well, I don't know about RAM, but I'm talking about storage. Even storage. A terabyte. If you told someone before, like a terabyte, it's like when we talk about trillions of pounds. It's like it seems unfathomable, and now you've got a terabyte of space. Yeah,
it don't make no sense. The thing is, it's not having 4 terabytes is like, man, I've got a 4 terabyte hard drive sitting right here.
Yeah, I don't think it's not enough. I mean, it could get more. It's not a wow. Yeah.
It's like you when you were planning on getting another hard drive. It's like, oh, do I pay £10 more and get 5 terabytes?
Yeah, we were talking. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, might as well for an extra terabyte. For
an extra tenner, you get an extra terabyte. It's just it's.
I mean, look, we're on PS1. I mean, we're probably when we were talking about it, we both discussed one game, but we thought we both played it, so it'd be better not to clip it. I mean, Crash Bandicoot, man, it's got to be in it.
The greatest.
That is one of the best, man.
Oh, it's up there.
One of the best.
Crash Bandicoot and Spyro.
Yeah, them two. We spoke about games that defined. I think that was like them two. They were like the Nintendo had Zelda, and PlayStation had them two, man, and they were they were the kings, man. Yeah. They were the best. They were the best. Something different.
Crash Bandicoot. I remember getting to that slippery climb. Crash Bandicoot 1, Final Island.
See, I can't.
You got Cortex at the top. You got the guy with the bolts. Underneath him.
Yeah.
And then one below was pitch black. So below, it's like the 4th level from the top, where you got to climb.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all slippy, and there's the hands coming out. Yeah. And there's the eagle, the vultures. That level. I say to you, come on, every time.
I've got a question for you about Crash. Yeah. Everyone remembers Crash 1 and everyone remembers Crash 3, where you could have been the chick and you fly on the thing. I don't remember much about Crash 2. Am I weird? Or do you not recollect much about Crash 2?
Crash 2 was... Wait, which one was... Wait, Crash 2...
When I look
Crash 3 is warped.
Warped right? With you had the Apple launcher and you had all the extra special abilities, double spin, and you had the girl.
Not warped. The one so Crash 2 is one where you're in the room, and each room has 5 levels. And when you get the crystal from each level,
jump it and go up to the next. Yeah. Okay, see now I remember it. Now you said that.
Crash 2. Yeah. When I say to you, that level where you can get the polar bear and you're running through the polar bear and you've got the killer whale jumping.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And you're being chased by the big polar bear and you're running for your life. Like Crash Bandicoot 2. Crash Bandicoot 2.
It was a good game actually. Now you say that, it was that was good.
Listen, I smashed that Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. But Crash Bandicoot 2, I'm not always a fan of like sequels.
They got better. I think.
Crash got better.
Everyone.
Because you had warped where you had dinosaur levels.
Yeah, but even that they brought another character, and you had a gun that shoots apples.
Yeah,
mad
they're not
creative.
apples. They're Wampa fruits.
Okay, whatever, man. Apple
Come on, man. You can't tell me about crashing.
What did you call Aku as a child?
Hundaga.
Yeah, of course. So what? It's not Hundaga, is it? So I called him apples as a child.
I don't know if I'm losing. I don't know if anyone else remembers this, but at any stage, did he ever say what his name actually was?
Maybe, but I'll be honest. You see them videos and stuff. Yeah, I didn't take much notice of him when I was younger.
Button bashing it straight to the game.
Impatient. Let's get
I don't care about.
No, they could be telling me how to play, and I'm skipping it, bro. You know, I just thought about it now. Pokemon Red. Yeah, the first game I got. You know how long it took me to clock? Oh, I've got to walk into the grass to start the game. But I was walking around for so long thinking, what do I do? But if I would have read what he was saying, I would have known.
Oh my God. To be fair, I'm bad, but I'm not. I was never that bad.
Oh mate, impatient.
I was incredibly impatient. I did not want to listen to what anyone told me about what you want me to go that way. Now I'm going this way first. I want to see what's over here first. I've got to go speak to Professor Oak to get my Pokemon. No. I want to go and check out this place over here first, then I want to go check out Professor Oak. I don't care what you're telling me. I don't care. I'm going that way.
What about any other games you remember, man? From PlayStation? All
right, come on. All right.
I got a few in my head, but
everyone who played PlayStation got this game. Ridge Racer.
Yeah. Ridge Racer. Yeah.
Ridge Racer with that annoying soundtrack. And I can't remember the name of that song, so I was saying it to Sabas yesterday.
Oh, there's a few songs. I wish I could skip all of them.
Because what I remember about that song is that it was in Woolworths. This is how old I am, by the way. It was in Woolworths, yeah? It was a Woolworths advert.
Oh, the tune was a Woolworths advert.
It was a Woolworths advert, yeah?
They made it onto Ridge Racer.
Little green dude jumping into a ball pit. I'm not crazy, I promise you. Yeah?
I'll try and find it.
It's water.
You try and find it as well.
It's water in here, it's not water, I promise.
We try to find it, man. We try to find it and get it in the clips.
100%. It was so funny. What about you? Come on, tell me, man. It can't just be Crash Bandicoot. Spyro.
Well, we're on the subject of Crash. I got a couple of games that come to mind when I'm thinking about it. We spoke about Croc.
Phenomenal game.
Croc was another one for me, man. I loved it. Smashed it out. I actually played Croc. I didn't really go too into Spyro. I don't have much of a memory on it, which is another reason you're probably going to cuss me. But I was more of a Croc man, Croc 1, Croc 2. So
that's fair enough. You know what? That's fair. I think when it comes, as long as you're cool with Crash, because Spyro, in all honesty, I don't think Spyro was as massive as Crash was.
No, I think like even now, I've got friends that are buying the n-sane trilogy now during lockdowns to just smash it out again, which is.
I got it, and I've got Spyro reignited.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture of me playing Spyro the other day.
Yeah, you did. I was like, "What are you doing? Don't have
Spyro.
A meeting? I'm playing Spyro."
Akis, we got to plan episode 3. Yeah, 1 minute. Click. Yeah, I'll move in a second, bro. Send him a picture. You waste, man. No,
he's got time to send me a photo of him playing Spyro.
Listen.
To be fair, he comes straight after. He can come on straight after that, but still.
Even if I did put the clip the wrong way around, I still come on in it. I'm still there. I'm still active. It's fine. But no, it's Medieval. I don't know if you remember Medieval.
Medieval. What was the other one we spoke about, man?
Abe's Odyssey.
Abe's Odyssey. From Demo 1. All the magazines.
The magazines
with
games,
the demos.
Oh God, it's gone. The Die Hard trilogy.
Die Hard trilogy.
You got that as a demo disc in the PS magazine.
Yeah, that game was another one. I was gonna clip that, man. I thought that was a good game as well. Die Hard trilogy was mad.
Game. Die Hard trilogy. I remember going through that airport.
3 games in 1. That was, and he had the taxi.
Yeah. And
then the other third-person shooter, which was, I'll be honest, when you compared the third-person shooter to Tomb Raider, it was bad.
Yeah.
But what else,
Driver.
Man?
Driver.
Jumbo
Driver.
Driver.
That car park level, man. That car park level was the devil.
How did we play all these games, man?
I don't know. We were all kids in it. I used to live in Cyprus as well. I used to finish school at 1:30. I was home.
I had a lot of time.
I was home by 2.
Wow.
I didn't know what homework was in Cyprus. I didn't ever used to do it. I was either PlayStation or football. That's it. That's what I used to do. I used to go in the morning because my sister was at so I was in primary, she was in secondary.
Yeah.
So I used to have to go in early with her. I'd go in early and just do my homework in the morning.
See what everyone else has done, innit? Yeah.
Yeah. Standard. Yeah. 2 + 2 is 4, yeah? So,
yeah. Quick.
Quick maths.
We've got, bro, you know what? even you spoke about Ridge Racer, Gran Turismo.
Oh, phenomenal game.
Gran Turismo, V Rally. I think I had V Rally.
Yep. What's the one? One with the ships. One with the.
I don't know. I had a game where you used to fly these things up as well. I can't remember what that was called as well.
Right, big game. Yeah, ratings if you remember it. G Police.
No.
If anyone remembers G Police, I'm begging you put a comment below because G Police, was one of the most insane games you'd ever play. You were basically, it was like you were police, obviously, but you're in you're in the future, and your police cars are spaceships.
All right, okay,
and you're chasing people through like this futuristic city.
See, bro. Oh man, there's a couple games that.
Mate, do you remember the
We've missed some.
Is it? It's not Time Crisis. But what's the game where you have the gun adapter? You plug the gun adapter into the PlayStation, and you actually be able to shoot at the screen.
I didn't have it.
You were shooting.
I didn't have it, but I know what you're talking about. Are you sure it wasn't Time Crisis?
It might have been. I might be wrong.
It may have been Time Crisis.
But I remember playing that and playing it raggo.
Oh.
As in, I was.
You thought you was VR.
It was basically VR. I was John Wayne. I remember I used to sit there. I used to sit there, yeah. And I remember my godfather, and my uncle, and my cousin. It was one of the three clocked me playing it, yeah. And I had the gun. In my trunks, shorts, in my shorts. Yeah. And I was there, and I was the level had started, and I was waiting for someone to come up, and I was waiting.
We got to find out what that game. I'm sure it was Time Crisis. We got to find out.
It probably was because that one came from the arcades, literally
directly from the arcades. But this was like a bit later on. Obviously, we've missed Tekken. We've missed Tekken. Tekken on the PlayStation was changed the game. Like I spoke about Street Fighter. Yeah, changed the game. Tekken. Yoshimitsu, Law.
All right, actually, quick Paul. Who's your favorite Tekken character?
Mine's Law. I like Law, man.
Yeah, King, man.
I like Law. King,
Come on, see. Everyone says Law because it was basically Bruce Lee, but I know it's King. I know it's.
Do you know what? It was Law. He was similar to Ken that he used the fire. So I like with the Street Fighter reference. It kind of like that was my guy. But really, King was up there as well, man. And I liked Yoshimitsu, bro, because he had the lightsaber.
Blades. Oh yeah. Oh no, Metal Yoshimitsu had the lightsaber. Normal Yoshimitsu had the blade.
Yeah, so it was similar to that, and I obviously like Star Wars. So
King, man. Well, I'm just saying, King. When I clocked how to do the wrestling moves, circle and square. No, circle and X.
The big
circle X and back. Bam, suplex. Suplex City every day. I swear to you, it was mad.
Listen, I remember the first wrestling game I had was on PS1 as well, man. When I first started watching it, I love The Rock. For anyone that don't know, my idol, my hero, The Rock. I remember I got SmackDown.
It's almost embarrassing.
I don't care. I do not care. He is my hero. My hero. The best. He's going to be president one day, you know. I'm just putting it out there. He will be, bro. Donald Trump's president.
That's true. I would just like to say to YouTube that his views are his own and not mine.
We're not going to get into politics.
I love The Rock as well, but clearly not as much as Sabas.
No. I'm definitely number one fan. I don't know anyone. No. Number one fan. The best. Well, I've got...
Let's move swiftly on.
We spoke about games that obviously come into the PlayStation as well. We spoke about South Park.
Oh,
you spoke about it on the N64. I think it was the same sort of game. And they had South Park Rally as well. Yeah. Both them games. They were mad.
Crash Tag Team Racing.
CTR. Crash Team Racing. That was sick. I'm trying to think what. And I spoke about Yu-Gi-Oh. That the Yu-Gi-Oh game on there.
Yu-Gi-Oh was different. Yu-Gi-Oh was different quality.
That was similar to Pokemon, where the game actually wasn't that great. And I showed you the clip of Dragon Ball GT Final Bout as well. Horrible game, but because of my love for what I was watching on TV, I thought they were the best games in the world.
Me and Sabas both have an incredible love for Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Yes, anime in general, by Dragon Ball.
Anime in general. We're going to come around to our love for anime very soon. Yeah, don't worry, guys, it's coming. But when he showed me this game, I thought whoever made this game needs to be sacked because they've just ruined the good name of Dragon Ball.
When you see the intro,
Super
imagine the game.
Super Saiyan 4 Goku's tail. Yeah, you know when you buy sausages from the supermarket and they're all connected. Yeah, I hope Sebas finds a clip of it that he showed me. Yeah, because you need to see it. It's embarrassing. Like, it's just
the game is called GT, and although it's got GT characters, the whole introduction video is showing you Z, which is like anyway.
To anyone who doesn't watch,
if you don't know what we're
Dragon
talking
Ball,
about,
Dragon
then
Ball
it makes
Z,
no
Dragon Ball
sense to
T,
you. Yeah, you
the
don't
only
know.
way I can describe it is like saying, "Welcome to the Premier League." It's like playing FIFA, trying to play with Premier League players, but you're getting Championship players.
Yeah, or you're playing in the old Division 1, and the time's moved on, but
It's weird. Basically, it was all wrong.
Horrible game. Horrible game.
Just not acceptable stuff.
There is
really.
one last game that we haven't spoke about, and I think we have to speak about. Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto.
That game has come on leaps and bounds. Doesn't even cover it. It's unbelievable.
When you see how if someone told you what's this game and you played it, you would not think it is what it is now.
No, you would honestly no chance.
Was it the other day you spoke to me and I was playing it? I was playing. What you do? No, I told you I was playing one game, and in the end, I ended up playing GTA for hours, for a couple of hours.
He was just sending me clips of just cracking up because of just playing GTA 1.
And you know what?
Because they did GTA London, didn't they?
Yeah, and they had a GTA 2, GTA London.
Yep.
I'm surprised they haven't done another GTA London.
I think isn't that? Oh well, I'm going with rumors here, but isn't that what 6 is meant to be?
I would hopefully like to see it like that. Yeah, because even like when you see what they can do when you look at Call of Duty with the maps like Piccadilly and the new map, it's got the Gherkin in the background in the picture, and it's like all based in England. It's proper. The Americans get to see it all the time, man. We don't, so it'll be nice to see a bit of what we know.
It would nice to see our thing, because it's not PlayStation 1. I know it's not PlayStation 1, guys. Don't crucify me. But Getaway was the closest thing we had to a British GTA. Yeah,
it was.
I miss Getaway. We're going to cover PS2 in another episode.
Yeah, we will. We'll slowly go through, man, and make our way up. Yeah. But I mean, as far as that goes, man, look. I guess we're going to have to wrap it up somehow, summarize. Yeah. I asked you the question about the old school. So what about the new school now? If you got to pick one game.
So when you say new school, you mean the PS1 era?
Well, look, N64, N64, PS1. They had a Sega Saturn as well, I think, at them times. Yeah. But I don't feel like, I think Sega got left behind once the N64 and PlayStation come out.
Yeah. What was Dreamcast, by the way?
No, Dreamcast. Basically, they brought out Sega Saturn, and then the Dreamcast come out later on. That was, you know what? That was, I think, they had a 64. They had a 64-bit. Yeah. The N64 was a 64-bit. The PlayStation and the Sega Saturn, I think, were 32-bit, and the Dreamcast was 128. So I think the graphics on the Dreamcast were very, very good.
Because what I remember about the Dreamcast is playing it and thinking, this is unbelievable. It was much better than what I was used to.
Yeah,
because they had was it Dino Crisis they had?
No, man. Honestly, I never after Mega Drive Master System.
Turok. Turok. Yeah. That game was mad.
That rings a bell. Yeah. See, I think we're not counting that because I feel like that was again a step up. I think it came out towards the end.
It came out too early. Dreamcast came. If they had held on to Dreamcast a little bit longer and just kept. And just on a slightly improved the graphics on a Dreamcast, we would be looking at a very different structure of our consoles now.
Yeah, but I think
it was way ahead of its time.
No, because GameCube came out when the PS2 did.
Yep.
Did the Dreamcast come out at that time as well? No, the Dreamcast was like on its own, innit? In the middle, like after because they had a Sega Saturn, and that come out, and I think Sega sort of faded after that, man. I don't really did that. Yeah. Faded out, man. Faded. But yeah, anyway. I've gone off on another trail.
We do love our tangents here at the coffee house. We love a tangent.
This is you know what, you could tell this is a subject we feel, even when we spoke about it, was like, right now, no guest. We're gonna spend so much time just us two. How are we gonna get another person in as well?
No chance. There's no chance. And the thing is, I don't know, you've probably noticed, but we split it into generations. So old school, up to PS1. Then we're moving into another generation, and then there's probably going to be another generation.
Of course.
And then knowing us two, we're going to have another video about it because we're not going to be able to shut up about the PS3.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, PS2. Oh, I can't get into it.
No, stop. I'm going to answer your question.
Stop, because I want to answer my question. I ain't even got an answer for my question.
I'm going to answer your question from the PS1. PS1.
Is that where you're going for, PS1?
I'm going for PS1. I have to go for PS1. The Crash Bandicoot trilogy, Spyro trilogy.
Yeah, but we only pick one.
I'm picking. Can I pick a trilogy?
I mean, yeah, I'll allow you. I'll allow you.
Crash trilogy.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash trilogy all day. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I was allowed to play ever. It's Crash trilogy. It has to be. It can't be anything else.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, because out of everything we spoke about, I think you're right. It's got to be Crash Bandicoot. I have to agree as well.
It happens every now and then, guys. Every now and then.
Gets him off the screen. And on that bombshell, we are going to wrap it up there.
We are.
I mean,
I don't even know how long this has been.
Oh no, we ain't got a time thing, so yeah, we won't know until I hit stop. But as Aki said, we're going to try and go through the generations slowly and bring them out. Yeah. Listen, again, thanks for everyone getting involved in the polls. Thanks to everyone out there that watching, listening. It's been good. The feedback we've had from all the questions we've been asking, been over the moon with it, man.
Yeah, you guys have been great, and we obviously want to thank everyone for supporting us because this is something that we've wanted to do, and because of you guys watching, responding on the polls, giving us messages that we're getting. I'm getting messages from people that I haven't spoken to in ages saying, you know what, it's really good.
Enjoying
episodes. I know we've only done 2, and this is the 3rd one that we've done, but even having that feedback on the first 2, it's been really nice. So we want to thank everyone that's quite involved.
Everyone, I mean, we both said it as well. We do it because we enjoy it. But I mean, if other people enjoy it too, that's a plus, man. That's a plus.
That's all we can hope for, really. So on that soppy note, again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, head over to our Instagram channel, the Coffee House Pod, and give us a follow to get involved in the next polls, which will be on Monday.
Well, yeah, but I think by the time this comes out, we will know.
Yeah,
we will know. Right, links, everything down below. Have a good day.
You too. Enjoy, guys. Stay safe.
Take care.
Peace.